I think you can see that. I'm just going to set this up on one of my steps. And I'll just seal. I'm going to seal a little bit just to show you. You know, you don't really have to be much of a painter or anything. In fact, if you've never sealed before or painted before, if you got a little sealer project of some sort to do, try that and get used to running the paintbrush around and all that. See, I don't really have to seal this here right now on this coat. You know, I don't know, maybe I should. You think that would help the next bit of concrete stick? I don't know, maybe it would. Maybe it would. I'm not quite sure if it will or not. Maybe it'll prevent it from sticking as well, I don't know. So, you know, sometimes it's just trial and error kind of stuff with your little projects at home. And you learn a little bit as you go. And you just screw up a few times and learn as you go. Know what to use next time and what not to use next time, right? Okay. Ooh. There. And I'll do the rest of this step, give you the full Monty, so to speak. I won't even stop the camera. Let's just keep the camera rolling, shall we? Let's just keep the camera rolling. Trying to be careful not to get it on the stucco. Yeah. See, when I first did all of this, I wanted the sealer to turn nice and dark like that. And with this Olympic sealer, it's going to dry lighter than that. And it just didn't really work out too well. I could still see white blotchy bits on it when I was all done. I thought, well, okay, it's outside, it all looks the same, so I think I'll leave it, and I did. But had I had another chance to redo the whole thing, I would have done it with Thompson's water sealer. Okay, there. 2 more steps down the toilet. And I got a few more to go, and I'll have to remember to go back up and seal. Oh, did I miss this step? I might have missed this step up here. How did that happen? I got talking. See how when you put this sealer on, it gets a little bit darker? That's what I wanted. I wanted kind of the dark look. And I wanted something that was kind of glossy, but yet wasn't slippery. And they looked and looked and looked before I bought it, if it was going to stay shiny. And the wet look, that's what I wanted. I wanted the wet look. And nowhere on the can does it say wet look. And they looked it all up. They even went to YouTube videos to try to find it. And nope, they couldn't find it. And sure enough, it all dried a dry look when it was all said and done. In fact, see that next step up there? See how it's already being dry? But that's okay. The sealer is still doing its job. And I'll just keep her going. And that's going to be your next step to the project. Okay, so see, I got 4 more steps here to go. And then after I get that done, I can gently walk up there and it'll be dry enough. And then I'll get that little bit of concrete there, and up in there. I'll just put sealer on there, and that'll maybe that'll help my next concrete bit to stick on there and not come off during this next winter. We shall see. Okay, so once I get done with this on the first coat, I'm going to let it dry. It won't take very long to dry, maybe less than an hour. And then I'll put the second coat on. And even if I think it needs to dry a little bit more, with the second coat I'll start up there, and that'll be drier than down here, obviously. And then as I go, the first coat will still be drying down here, and it will be fine. But see, I don't want to put the second coat on until I know the first coat is dry. If you just slap the second coat on there before this is dry and you think, oh, that's fine. The first coat is not dry. The second coat is not going to be like a second coat. It's just gonna further the first coat, and it's going to reactivate a little bit of the first coat. So you're going to have a little bit more of a sealer on the first coat as opposed to doing one and then waiting and putting a second coat on. Does that make sense? I want 2 coats on there, so I've got to let all that dry. So I'm going to just keep working away. I've got my tunes here on my phone, my Pandora classic rock stories. That's what I like to listen to. It tells you all kinds of good stuff. If that's your genre, look it up and go for it. Well, that's all I got for this time. But I'll be back with more videos.